Imagine being forced to choose between your spouse and your future, between your child's smile and a stable life abroad. In 2025, thousands of immigrant families in the UK are facing this unbearable decision, caught in the crossfire of a policy change that seems legal but feels heartless. Just weeks ago, the UK government introduced new visa rules that are shaking the very foundation of what it means to belong, to be safe, and to be together. The minimum income threshold for family visas has been drastically raised, making it nearly impossible for low to middle income earners to sponsor their spouses or children. This means that someone earning £22,000 a year, a nurse, a delivery driver, a care worker, might no longer be able to bring their husband or wife to the UK. And for those already living here with temporary status, the threat is even more chilling. If they can't meet the new requirements, they could be forced to leave, alone. Picture this. A father who works two jobs just to keep food on the table is now being told his wife, who lives abroad with their toddler daughter, can't join him because he's £3,000 short of the new income bar. No exceptions, no appeals, just a cold rejection letter. Can you feel the weight of that moment? The silence in the room after he reads the letter? The tears that come, not just from him, but from the child who won't understand why her daddy can't come get her anymore? And it's not just about numbers, it's about broken promises. Many of these families moved to the UK legally, followed every rule, and trusted that if they worked hard, they'd be able to live together in peace. But now, it feels like the goalposts are being moved and dreams are being shattered overnight. One heartbreaking case involves Aisha, a school teacher in Birmingham, who was planning to bring her husband from Pakistan after saving for 2 years. She had everything prepared, documents, housing, even a support letter from her school. But when the new rules were announced, her application was denied because she was £1,200 below the threshold. Now she faces a future of raising their newborn son alone, while her husband watches his child grow up on video calls. How many Aishas are out there? How many birthdays will be missed? How many first steps not witnessed, all because of a number on a payslip? And here's the shocking part. The government claims these changes are meant to ensure migrants don't burden public funds. But Aisha never asked for benefits. Neither did the father working night shifts at the warehouse. They contribute, they pay taxes, they build the very system that now says they're not good enough to be a family. As if that weren't enough, the new policies are also causing chaos for those already settled. Families on spousal visas, currently in the UK and waiting for their indefinite leave to remain, now face uncertainty. What if they lose their job and dip below the income level during renewal? Could they be deported, leaving children behind? Legal experts are raising alarm bells, saying these rules may violate human rights and are already being challenged in courts. But for families, the law is slow, life is moving, and separation is happening right now. The emotional toll is unimaginable. Mental health counselors report a spike in cases of anxiety, depression, and trauma among separated family members. Children in particular are suffering the most. They don't understand politics or policies. They just want both parents at home. One 6-year-old was recorded crying during a school play because her dad couldn't attend. Why? He was denied a visa under the new income rules. Can a policy be considered successful if it creates so much pain? And yet, many people outside these communities don't even know this is happening. It's not making front-page news, but it should, because this isn't just a story about immigration, it's a story about humanity, about fairness, about love being tested by a system that puts bureaucracy over bonding. It's about real people being forced to make heartbreaking choices. Do I stay in the UK to earn more money, or do I go back and live with my family in poverty? Do I keep fighting for a visa, or do I give up and watch my child grow up without me? And perhaps the biggest question of all, is a country truly safe and civilized if it separates parents from their children? This isn't just policy, it's personal. And while the government debates figures, real lives hang in the balance. Many community groups and legal aid organizations are now stepping in to help families navigate this nightmare. But resources are limited and the clock is ticking. Every day someone is being told no. Every day someone is crying on a video call instead of holding their child in their arms. And it doesn't have to be this way. Countries can have immigration control without cruelty. Rules can be firm without being heartless. But right now, what's happening in the UK feels more like a punishment than a policy. A punishment for falling in love with someone who lives abroad. A punishment for working in underpaid but essential jobs. A punishment for daring to dream of a life together. So what can we do? First, we must raise awareness. Talk about it. Share stories like Aisha's. Write to MPS. Sign petitions. Demand a visa system that values families, not just finances. Because when we stay silent, the system wins. And second, we must support each other. If you know someone affected, reach out. Let them know they're not alone. Remind them that behind the rules and rejections, their love still matters. And it's worth fighting for. Because families should never be a casualty of politics. If this story touched your heart, if you believe that no child should grow up without a parent because of income rules, then please, like this video, share it, and subscribe to our channel. Let's be the voice for those who can't speak. Let's fight for a system that puts families first. The future depends on what we do today.